I'm Therese Botner, and I am the Executive Director of TCB Communications and the Lifework program. The things I focus on with the kids are emotional awareness and mindful communication, and then vocational direction. The kids that come to me, they're dealing with a lot of emotions. I think any person is dealing with a lot of emotions. But teenagers are going through a lot because they're new to sort of this adult body. They're coming in contact with issues that are really hard to navigate sometimes, with peer pressure, with social media, with family dynamics that might be dysfunctional or might be just the way of life, like divorce. Their emotions kind of get carried away sometimes, and then they start acting out. Either they shut down or they have bad behavior. A lot of my kids are in the juvenile justice system. They've had some really hard things in their life.
In the beginning, where I thought I was so mad and just so angry at things, I see myself trying to change and not just like praying. I always prayed, like I've always been a praying person, very spiritual, and I always pray about my problems, but it's like just looking forward to something different. I know I don't have to be mad every day.
Parents should know is that I'm not a therapist, I'm a life coach. A lot of them think that I'm their therapist. And they're like, I don't need therapy because I'm Miss Therese. I'm like, no, you still need therapy. But some of the kids don't. Some of the kids don't need therapy, and this is just what they need, just to get a little more perspective. When a kid first comes to me, the first thing we work on is self-awareness. And that starts with identifying their values.
I'm very creative, very spiritual. I like doing nails, I like doing makeup, piercings. I just like being myself in general.
And then I have them check, well, okay, now that you know what your values are, we go into why do you value that? And what beliefs do you have that created that? And are your beliefs really true? Because a lot of times we believe things and we start, I actually believe that I'm not worthy of love. Or I actually believe that I'm not smart. So instead, I work on replacing that idea with a better idea. So I want the kids to start identifying from the inside out. That's the very first thing I do. And then we go into how are you communicating to others and to yourself.
It made me realize more things about me in my life, learning how to tone down my anger and try to fix it by talking instead of violence and stuff. But yeah, I feel like I made better decisions ever since I joined this program. Meditating helps me with my anger and just other things that she taught me, just knowing the other definition of words, so I won't feel like I'm, crazy in it because of somebody's gaslighting me. So I know those definitions and knowing my self-worth.
And that's when the direction comes in. So vocational direction, life direction, a sense of purpose. We just take little baby steps and work on planning and vision. Then your whole life starts kind of falling into place. The ideal student is going to come out a lot more confident, a lot more able to navigate their emotions, and they're going to also be able to communicate better in conflict. So when they can communicate better in conflict, the relationships get better. They also have learned healthy boundaries. They have a sense of direction and a sense of purpose when they leave, and I want them to be able to self-heal. They're going to have things come up, so I want them to be able to have tools like meditation, like journaling, like body movement, like tapping, learning how to communicate healthy boundaries so they're not easily manipulated and gaslighted. I want them to really understand how lovable they are and how capable they are.